After reading the caption of the broadcast, as a reminder, please read the description of the broadcast as well. Then like it, share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them all that Mayegun today, Mayegun is live. So, again, tonight, we are starting with the last night's declaration of Peter Obi. Now, if people are in doubt if he will be contesting or running for president of Nigeria in 2027, now, people can possibly just bury their doubts now. So he told his supporters in a space, that was organized on X last night. An interesting conversation where his supporters were able to ask him some direct questions. And he answered them, I would say, to the best of his ability. So if you are an obedient on Mayegun's Diary Political tonight, you possibly was on that space last night, possibly. And if you are not, I have a copy of that chat where Peter Obi answered some of these important questions. What are those questions? No one should pretend that people are already politicians, they are friends, and what have you. They are already in the mood for 2027. Tinubu and his gang are realigning as much as they are also reabsorbing some of their former opposition into Tinubu's group. It is also very much popular as much as the outlook that is being pushed out there is the impossibility of these guys who are the opposition to come together and form a single bloc to confront APC, in this case, Tinubu in 2027. So the talk of coalition is everywhere. Until last night, the impression that some people believe, the position of Peter Obi on the talk of a coalition, right, is that he is not going to, was that he was probably not going to be joining them. However, on that, he didn't say yes and he didn't say no. But he didn't deny, that's the point, like, he didn't deny the fact that he's been in contact with these opposition guys forming coalition. To Peter Obi's supporters, they don't mind any coalition, even if it is going to be the coalition with these criminals, as long as Peter Obi is going to be the flag bearer. And I think that's what prompted a question that now made it to the headline, the headlines this morning, where Peter Obi categorically said that he would agree, in his own word though, because I'm going to play you the clip, right? In his own word is like, he would agree to a 4-year single term. According to him, 2 years is actually enough to make an impact in putting a country on the right trajectory. So 4 years, why not? Since what seems to be a bone of contention is the unwritten arrangement of sharing power in Nigeria, north and south. After Bukhari, it is believed that the power should remain in the southern part of Nigeria. Like I said, an unwritten arrangement, because people have violated it a few times. Somebody like Atiku, who midwifed the total destruction of PDP that you are witnessing today. So Tinubu is from the south, southwest, believed to be using the southern slot right now. So Tinubu and his gang, like Bukhari, it would have to do 8 years, and the power will return back to the north by their arrangements and by their own scheme. So Peter Obi is a disruptor to what the establishment seems to have perfected. But if his disruption is going to prevent the coalition forming a single bloc in order to demystify the APC. He told his supporters last night that, well, 4 years and he will be willing to return the power to them in the north. So, ladies and gentlemen, how this is going to end can only be predicted by happenings like this. It is obvious, right, that Peter Obi and his obedience, they are an existential threat to the status quo that the establishment of Nigeria seem to have nurtured, have been codified up to this moment. So they seem to remain a very much existential threat to the APC and maybe to others too. So how would they maneuver this whole thing? We shall see. But first, let us go to, or let's kind of listen to their conversation from last night, as he declared, right, that yes, I will be running, in his words.
I laugh. I pray for my enemies. But I pray that God blesses those like you who are suffering. I pray for my enemies to change. That is what I do. Anybody who has told you that Peter Obi was fighting anybody, no. I made somebody governor say that she should stop coming to the state. Go ask anybody. When he had problem with EFCC, I wrote a letter supporting him. In a case, his lawyers are hearing what I'm saying now. I wrote a letter supporting him. No, there's nothing Peter Obi will gain from going out there, quarreling and fighting with people, breaking people's head. The day I was in my brother's house that was being knocked down, I kept taking the people working there. Can I have opportunity of meeting whoever sent them? Can I visit the person in his or her house? And that's what I look at today. Let us have an amicable settlement. There's enough.
So, my leader, sorry, let me just...
I cannot go about. I'm pleading with you. Please, let's remain as same as we are. Every single day, I criticize what is wrong with this government. They reply me. They call me name. Don't look at what they are calling me. Don't look at defaming me. That's what they are doing with me. Let's see if we can solve the issues. People calling me name or calling me anything, my brother, to me, is far irrelevant to me if they can put food on the table of sovereign Nigerians.
Your Excellency.
Yes.
Your Excellency, sorry to interrupt you here, but you said something that I need one last clarification from you.
Yes.
If this is your disposition as a gentleman leader, that is fine. But I want you to consider two things and then further explain to me. First consideration, all your examples are from a Nigeria that worked when you were governor. But that Nigeria and this current Nigeria are under two different leaderships. They are under two different dictatorial styles of presidencies. So I worry, are you not sure that your old trusted formula that worked for you before might not be working now?
To go to holidays. I want to go to holidays when I finish serving them. You don't go to holidays when you have a war. And I do not see anything. We are not going to even to establish a cultural link, because the people you're going to establish link with, they're not following the war front. Nobody visits the war front.
Now, there's something I need to quickly point out. the audio is in two parts. So it seems that we jumped into an ongoing conclusion with the second part. So I apologize. So we are now going to take it from the kickoff. Now, let me give you a bit of an idea of what they are in parts. So there are those who are Peter Obi's supporters, who are calling him out to say, listen, in 2023, here is what we believed went wrong. Now, if you are going to be kind of like running in 2027, you need to tell us now, not 9 months before 2027. So you need to say it now. Not just that. The people that you are dealing with, Tinubu and his gang, they don't play fair. They play dirty. And they will do anything at all, right, to ensure that even if people decide to vote for you, right, would you be able to protect them and their vote? Others said, no, you are kind of like too soft for the type of leader that should be standing to face Tinubu. There's something about these obedient guys. As much as you want to follow those who are, gaslighting you to see them as maybe, I don't know how they make you see them, because if I insist, it's going to be the repetition of what the Ronukus normally do. Okay. So when you look at disobedience, to them, they strongly believe that Nigeria has a chance, a fighting chance, that if they come together and remove bad leadership, install good leadership, then they will reap good governance, and maybe Nigeria will survive. So in that belief, Peter Obi is that their symbol that they believe, and you can't fault them. So in that strong, in that their strong belief, they are also a group that do not sing the praises of their supposed leader, Peter Obi. They will face him, ask him questions that ordinary ass licker, crumb eater, crumb chaser, or ricer would dare not ask, even if they ever have an opportunity of seeing either Tinubu or any of these politicians. They will not. They will be praising them. So that's one thing about them. If Peter Obi does something that they believe is, here you get, there will be those who will call him out, enter him, tear him apart enough that, but they won't let anyone else do it. Especially if you are like a Ronuku, so they will still say, get out. So that makes them like, if the word patriotism mean anything, even though it doesn't in that contraption, they will be the only guys who seem to have that in large numbers. Plus, maybe there are others too, because there are those who are not disobedient, but somehow they too are convinced that Nigeria has a fighting chance. Do you get that now? So now let us go back to it from where he started talking. And he was talking about himself, putting out his voice or adding his voice to amplify the voice of the people that are affected by Tinubu's misgovernance and the rest. In all of this, they return back to attack him. They target him. They target his business. They target people around him. And he can't come out all the time to say all these things because he wouldn't want to appear weak. He wouldn't want to appear crybaby. But because whenever he does say something to expose how much they are indeed targeting everyone around him, people still come back again to say he should stop complaining, he should fight. Why won't he fight in a way, right? So let's go back into it. This is where it all started, or should I say where it started, kind of like us talking about.
To go to holidays. I want to go to holidays when I finish serving them. You don't go to holidays when you have a war. And I do not see anything. We are not going to even to establish a cultural link Because the people you're going to establish link with cannot follow you to the war front. Nobody visits the war front. If we are looking for Nigerians who are sold in slave, we fixed Nigeria and they came. The whole of America, including their stars, came here for first time. And they were happy. They said, we are going home. We are fed up of America. Steve Wonder, everybody that came here. Today they can't come. As governor, I hosted the Jacksons, all the Jackson family. Apart, not Michael. I hosted his brothers. Tito and Co. They came to me. They said, we want to come home here. But they can't come. Nobody will follow you to the war front. What people do now is to tell you, oh, it's in Boronu, it's in Zamfara, it's in Sokoto. Please, it is in Nigeria. And I want us to face it. That's what I'm talking about. So it is not about us saying, oh, and there's a weak opposition. There's no opposition in Nigeria. If you want to have an opposition, I'll tell you how opposition works. Opposition works in South Africa. It works in Indonesia. The reason why it works there is that there's what you call proportional representation. In South Africa, after election, in Indonesia, after election, if you're a member of ANC, if you're a member of any party, after election, Indonesia, and most places, and you defect, you lose your seat immediately. You can change your party during the election, but after election, you stay with that party. And it is the percentage you have in election that you get in the National Assembly. The leaders who contested election like me should be there leading their people. In Nigeria, people are voted into Labour Party and they give you all of excuse. They go to them and say, we are going to give you money. When are we going to stop this, Nigeria? I will make it stronger. I will not allow one member of another party defect to my party. You must stand with your party. It will not happen under my... I want you to go and check that. Yes, it might happen under me in the past. But I worked with PDP people. I was close to them. Go and check all the house members that were with me. They were in PDP and I was working with them. I didn't have to go and tell all of them, I'm going to give you money, come and defect. How? No. They are Nigerians. Today, we go and shut down everywhere, celebrating opposition to receive people who are coming to our party. When did we go to Benue anywhere to celebrate and stay with those who died? Mourn with them. Which country is this that we're celebrating when people are dying? We're happy that people are moving their party. No, we're not talking about the dead.
Thank you, Excellency.
Hello, Your Excellency.
Go ahead, N6.
Gloria, please, I just want to ask a question. Hello, Your Excellency. Good evening.
Yes.
There is a very important question a lot of obedients want me to ask you. So I will beg your indulgence. In October of 2024, in July of 2024, the breaking news read, Peter Obi sues Bayo Onanuga 5 billion naira for defamation. Bayo Onanuga had dragged your name in the mud with lies and pure defamation. When you sued Bayo Onanuga, from that time till today, he has not mentioned your name again. If he has, it has never been by way of defamatory content. As an obedient, we then see pictures of you at an event with Bayo Onanuga, taking pictures, smiling, and as we say in Nigerian parlance, shining your teeth. We on the streets of Nigeria are fighting for a new Nigeria. We are cutting people off, friends and family, for telling lies and gaslighting the nation. Some of us are even connected to the Tinubus and to the APCs, and frankly speaking, if we didn't care about Nigeria, we would plug into them and make whatever